Hello again, YouTube. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's New Year's going great. Today is January the 12th. As you can see, a little something different going on today. I'm going to talk a little bit more about this when we come back, but I'm looking forward to this show. Hope it helps you guys out. We'll be right back with you. All right, well, welcome back, guys. I am excited about today's show. I got my partner right here in crime behind me. This is old Russ Dog. Hey, Russ Dog, say hi. Yeah, he's a good boy. He's a good dog. But what are we gonna do today? Well, as you can see, we've got 3 different glasses of water here in front of us, and we are going to talk through bait color and water clarities. I am not a huge believer myself in color. I am more of a believer in matching the water. As you can see, we've got clear water, Tellico Lake. We've got slightly stained, Chickamauga. And we've got muddy, Fort Loudon. So we got 3 different water clarities here in front of us, and I'm going to talk through bait selection and how I go about choosing those baits for those specific water clarities. I think it's more about the fish actually seeing your bait than it is them seeing the color of your bait. So the baits that I've got here in front of me, I've got BoneHead stump bugs. That's a Moondust. I've got a nightstick black and chartreuse stump bug, and then I've got an orange and chartreuse stump bug. So we're going to talk through again what I look for as far as water clarity and how I go about deciding when I get to the lake what bait I'm going to use. Okay, so let's take clear water first. Okay, you take a clear bait in clear water, and you can see, obviously, that's very, very, very visible. And I don't know if you can see that or not, but you can actually, when that's submerged in water, you can actually see the hook. It's so translucent that you can see the hook in that bait. Okay? Now, take this orange and chartreuse, for instance. Clear water, clear baits, right? If I'm a fish and that falls at me, I think I'm going the other way. That's going to freak me out. That's a lot of bright color, right? So let's put these 2 side by side in here. And you can see, if you're a fish in clear water and you're used to seeing shad, which one of those resembles a shad? Which one of those is going to look more like natural forage to you, right? So, again, clear water, clear baits, translucent purples, translucent pumpkin and chartreuse is a good color. Monkey milk is a good color. Anything translucent. You know, BoneHead has one. This is the Moondust again, but they have one called Slick that looks a lot like a monkey milk Bobby Garland. So, translucent baits for clear water. Now, you take this translucent bait and you put it over here. Look at that. It virtually disappears in that stained water. You put it over here. I know you guys can't see that because I can't see it. So that clear bait in that muddy to stained water, obviously the fish can't see that bait coming through the water. You have to get it right in front of their nose for them to be able to see it. Okay? Let's take black and chartreuse, for instance. Now, I will use black and chartreuse in clear water. Black and chartreuse is just about as neutral of a color as you can get, and I use it in clear water a lot. And it's a really good bait. It's a good bait for all water clarities. You know, there's a lot of stuff in the lake that's the same color, black or brown, and fish key in on it. You know, you've got snails, slugs, crawfish. You've got all kinds of stuff that's black. So you've got shiners have black on them. You know, shad have black on them. Black's a good color. So there's your black and chartreuse. Again, you move that over here. See how you can still see the outline. You can still see the profile of that bait in murky water. Okay, that's stained water. Now let's move it over here to the muddy water. Now, as you can see, you can still see the outline of that bait, that black in muddy water. It's contrasting that muddy water, right? So you can still see that black in that muddy water. Now the visibility of that bait is going to be down. You're not going to, fish aren't going to be able to see it as far away, but they will be able to see that bait still in muddy water. Okay? Now let's take this orange. This orange is a great, let's spin our water up here. We got the sediment falling. Alright, now let's take this orange bait for instance. Again, that's way too bright for a clear water situation, okay? I'm not saying you won't catch fish on it, but I'm saying that does not look natural to a fish in clear water. Unless you have orange shiners that are swimming around somewhere, I would stay away from your bright colors in clear water. But again, in that stained water, you can still see that. You can still see the outline of that bait. You can still make out the color of that bait in stained water. Great stained water bait. But you move that over here to this muddy water, and it virtually, again, disappears. So it's very important when you're on the lake to realize your water clarities, to understand what color the water is the day you're fishing. In East Tennessee lately, we've got a ton of rain. There's a lot of mud, a lot of silt in the lake. You know, it's very muddy conditions right now, and contrasting colors are probably going to be best for muddy water. You know, contrasting colors such as your black and chartreuse, something that'll contrast that muddy water. Okay, so I hope that helps. I hope that helps everybody understand what to look for when they get to the lake on a specific day. You know, if you really wanted to, you could take a glass, throw it in your boat, and you could scoop a little bit of water out when you get to the lake if you wanted to. A lot of us can look at the water and tell what clarities you've got, visibilities, if you will. If you drop your bait in the water and you can only see it go down 6 inches, it's probably stained. If you put it in the top of the lake and you can't see it go down an inch, then it's muddy, right? Always, if you have muddy conditions, try to find cleaner water. A lot of people like fishing mud. I don't like fishing mud. It's just difficult to fish mud because you have to get the bait in front of the fish. You have to hit them in the face with it. You can catch fish in muddy water, but I always try to find cleaner water. So hope that helps, guys. Appreciate you guys watching. We'll be back on the lake next week, so tune in, see us on the water again, and appreciate everything you guys have done for the channel. Thanks again. Don't forget BoneHead, Crappie 19 is your discount code. You get 15% off with them. We appreciate BoneHead for doing that. If you hadn't tried their baits, you need to try them out. They're great baits. So appreciate you guys watching. God bless. We'll see you next week.